Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear viewers, there is another one of the, you can say, the special topic, the book which I'm going to talk about. It's the Islamic Branding and Marketing by Paul Temporal. Well, this is a very interesting book, even though it's written more than 10 years back, but I would still say it's still relevant. The very special thing about this book that about those companies and brands which they have a focus on particular segment of the society and they try to market the stuff in order for the company's development growth. The most important market in the world is where it is being tapped, and still there's some more need to be tapped in the market, is the Muslims market. Right now currently the Muslim population is 2 billion, I believe, not 2 million, less than it will be 1.8 billion and all. Quite a lot, man. I mean, the second largest population in the world in matter of religion after Christian, as per the consensus I have read earlier before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a very big market, whether you're in the Muslim country or whether you're in the non-Muslim country. The Muslim population, more or less, it exists over there, and they're living in the society, everything, and over there. And there's kind of a lot of potential to tap into the market, and this is what this book talks about actually. I mean, well, it gives focusing on those Muslim market where if you want to market your product, your company, and you want to create a brand value, creating the value for that particular segment and demographic over there. So this is what it mainly talks about actually, and that is one of the most important market where it has the potential value of more than $1 trillion, overall I'm talking about at a global level actually. And it's not just only one particular segment, or one particular sector or the field actually, or the industry. I mean, there are quite a number of them actually. Like for example, say Islamic finance, halal food over there, travel is there, cosmetics is there, technology is there, education is there, and there's some more which has not come in mind. So these all sectors, and there's a potential there will be more sectors be built in the future, inshallah, actually, where it basically caters to the Muslim market, and which will create a lot of values for the Muslim and to the company itself actually. And this is what the book mainly talks about actually. I mean, it tries to give guidelines and the principles that if you want to market your product, your company, and you want to create a value, how do you do that? I mean, you need to understand the Muslim market, you need to understand the Islamic values, you need to understand some sort of a religion, Islam, from the principle, some basic aspect, because that itself will help you to understand what values Muslims create in their own life actually. That's the thing. And it talks about like the basically called a SWOT analysis, like strength, weakness, opportunities and threats actually. I mean, what kind of strength, weaknesses when you're dealing with the Muslim market, what is the strength you need to have to dealing with the Muslim market, and what are the weaknesses you need to overcome when dealing with that, and what are the challenges are there, I mean, what are the opportunities are there which can be tapped, and what are the challenges are there actually which you need to overcome while dealing with this particular segment, Muslim segment over there. So that's what it talks about actually, and what are the key success factors also, and how do you do the branding over there. That's quite interesting. It talks about actually, So when it talks about the marketing and branding, so generally as a marketing and the branding subject is massive, huge. I mean, there's quite a lot of things. The marketing, a person who's in the marketing branding would know better than me actually, But when they're dealing with the Muslim market, the marketing and branding is kind of shifts in a different way. It works in a different way actually, and even in that, Muslims, there are quite a lot of different kind of Muslims you'll be facing and dealing if you're dealing with them actually, from different parts of the world and different part of the area and all that. So that itself is a massively huge market, and that itself, you can say, is a completely a different segment and all from the rest of the other segments of the world. So that's the thing. And in this books also, like it talks about the case studies also of those companies, existing companies, brands over there, where they have actually built their own company based on the Muslim consumers, serving the Muslim consumers, customers, and those existing brands and companies, which are multinational companies, corporations, where they are actually tapping into this Muslim market. So basically, it gives them guidance like how do you go by actually, how do you do that actually for those non-Muslim companies who are the existing ones, and those Muslim companies who are existing and one who wants to start the company. I mean, like this book is like mainly for the established companies, like if they want to tap into the market, startups especially, how do you want to do it. Or if you are a marketing guy, you are a branding person, you are creating a marketing branding for the company, and you want to get into this Muslim market, how do you go by it? That's the thing. That's the most interesting thing it talks about in this book actually, you know. And nonetheless, this is the, what do you say, a book for entrepreneurs, you know. I mean, entrepreneurship all about is what the entrepreneurship is all about. Is the innovations actually, and how do you present, how do you market your innovation to the particular segment, how do you brand it, you know. I mean, it's not kind of short term basis, it's a long term basis, like how do you create value to this particular market actually. So that's what this book talks about. And I have not completely read this book, I'm still reading right now, but when I'm reading, you know what, it helps me understand the Muslim as a society. How do the Muslim in the society live, what values that they create, what is the mindset they have, you know, what are the strength and weakness they have, what are the opportunities it lies in them which you can tap into them, what are the challenges they are facing which you can mitigate the risk and help overcome those challenges to help this Muslim society to grow and flourish actually. And that is for the companies and even for the Muslim societies who are living over here, what they can do, contribute to this society, which can help them to grow and develop actually, you know. And basically, when it talks about this branding and marketing actually, you know, like they are like when they start off the marketing, they do kind of a market research, you know, secondary research and primary research. I mean, secondary research like more kind of a data collection and everything, where you're not directly facing customer and you're getting the data information from other secondary resources. And primaries are when you're directly dealing with the potential customers and consumers actually, to go into depth in order to understand what is in their mind and heart actually. That's the thing. So even this also talks about to some extent actually, and even for those entrepreneurs who want to who are starting this company and who are kind of tapping into this particular market, and those existing companies who wants to get into this thing, there are actually some of the companies, data-driven companies, which are having a lot of information talking about the Muslim market in throughout the regions of the world. One of them which I found out is Salam Gateway, and the another one is the Dinar Standard. I mean, they publish books on a yearly, half-yearly, and on a quarterly basis. They basically what do you say? Their market research books, which they talk about like what are the current market trend going on in the Muslim world, what are the potential opportunities and challenges, everything. They talk about everything from A to Z, you know, not only at a particular region. I mean, even though these two companies are Dubai-based companies, but they talk about the overall throughout the whole Muslim world actually, where all Muslim world where the Muslim population is there, and even a non-Muslim world where Muslim population is there also actually. That's what they talk about actually, and it's very interesting. I mean, I would recommend you to go to this website, and you know, it helps you to learn, understand the Muslim market and the Muslim society as such. You know, what is their perception thinking about when any product is being launched over them, or what is the liking and stuff. That's the thing. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember me in your duas, and take care and see you again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.